He is the authority. He is the world expert on plants and animals and fungi from Texas.
He has taught me more about the flora of this area than any other person.
I would describe Bob's passion as a labor of love with a double dose of curiosity.
And there's not a piece of what we do here that Bob hasn't touched.
Here we go. Beautiful plant. I grew up in a little town in Hopewell, Virginia, and my sister and I went out in the woods every day, starting when we were about 1.5, and looked at every plant, and every animal, and every insect, every bird.
It would be no great surprise to have that knowledge base if that's how you spent your entire academic career and everything. But as you talk to Bob and you learn about all his many varied careers in the military and airline pilot and all, it just becomes even more amazing that he is so attuned to plant taxonomy and the minutia.
You can see some of the flowers and stuff.
Yeah.
This is one of those belly botany plants, right? Were you able to get a good picture? Do you have your red camera?
Yeah.
According to our naturalist, it's cedar.
Yeah, I think the Carex planostachya.
Planostachya says cedar, carex, sedge.
Yeah, that's this right here.
Oak, juniper scrub.
He tells a story where he walked away from a plane crash in Vietnam.
You're only required to be there for 1 year. After 1 year, you can go home. If you got shot once, you can go home. I got shot 7 times, but I never went home.
Bob can tell stories like nobody else.
Once you meet Bob, you do become fascinated, because sometimes you always wonder, you're like, how much of this is true, Bob?
And you start to not believe him after a while, but if you go back and look all those stories up, they're true.
And when I got out of the Marines, I went with American Airlines and was there for 30 years and loved flying all over the world.
And that's why some people call him Captain Bob O'Kennon.
Bob is a captain for conservation.
Well, this is me when I was still with American Airlines. I have my captain suit on. And there's Barney. And we both had dark hair back then. I was so far back. When I came here to Fort Worth, I started coming out here. So that was back in 1972. We started an organization called the Botanical Research Institute of Texas.
He is a co-founder. He believes in the mission so strongly, he not only served on its board, he's a resident associate.
So through research and education, you can inspire a little bit of conservation.
I usually spend at least 3 or 4 hours in the field every day and then come back and take all my photographs and put them on the net.
And he also uses his computer to upload literally thousands and thousands of images to the iNaturalist platform.
As you see here, this is my sign-in name, Bob777, and I've made 48,174 observations.
We have here at the Nature Center, we have an iNaturalist project. We have some 34,000 observations on it, well over 2,000 different species. One of the neat things about iNaturalist is for a project like that, it shows the individual who has the most observation and the most species. Bob has held #1 position since almost day one.
He has a real penchant for going to the right place at the right time and observing things that nobody else has ever seen.
You haven't seen this one here?
No.
Okay. This is the Texas star. This is the Corioactis geaster, which is the Texas state mushroom. And so there for a long time, the ones we were seeing at River Legacy and other places, only maybe 3 or 4 people in the world had actually seen them, and they're there.
A lot of times when we give talks, a lot of people think this is just a doorstop because it's so heavy. Bob O'Kennon was actually one of the authors. It's not really one you want to take in the field, but it is full of all the information of north central Texas.
And actually, it may still have some old fruit hanging down that you can see, so they're droops. But that's a match.
Yeah,
Yep.
Very
Yep.
good.
got it.
And then
Got it on top.
Bob's also a great herpetologist, so while he's looking for plants, he's also flipping logs and looking for snakes and all kinds of things, and he's fearless. He'll reach in and grab anything before he even has 100% certainty as to what it is.
We've always had that saying, he's the man, the myth, and the legend. Like, if you meet Bob, you just understand that whole saying.
Bob is an extraordinary, generous individual of more than you might imagine.
Yeah.
Of everything, time, energy, financial resources.
Yeah, flower buds all over, beautiful.
Sharing his passion for plants, and institutions like the Fort Worth Nature Center and BRIT benefit and have been impacted by Bob's passion for sharing and discovering.
Not as fast as I used to be, but I can still move pretty fast and stay out all day long looking at stuff, and I never get tired of that. And I don't know when that day would come. I hope it doesn't come soon.